Hello, BookTube. This is Alan. I'm back again with another video, which is exciting. The Coming to you today with the TBR for December, and I don't make TBRs. I just pick whatever books are on my shelf and say, oh, I want to read this, except for maybe March Mammoth. I'll pick something from March Mammoth and pick it. And I tried to do that for nonfiction November, but it went astray, and so yeah. And so these are the books that are on my NetGalley account. The publishers have graciously sent me art copies, and I have total now 15 books to read between now and the end of April. January, starting in January and the end of April. And the first book, I'll show it to you. This lighting is not very good. The white cover is kind of messed up. It's called The Crown and Crisis. And this one comes out on January the 19th. It's going to be distributed by St. Martin's Press, and it's by Alexander Larmen. It has a list price of $28. And I'll read you the synopsis of here. The thrilling and definite account of the Abdication Crisis of 1936. On December 10th, 1936, King Edward VIII brought a great international drama to a close when he abdicated, renouncing the throne of the United Kingdom for himself and his heirs. The reason he gave when addressing his subjects was that he could not fulfill his duties without the woman he loved, the notorious American divorcee Wallis Simpson, by his side. His actions scandalized the establishment, who were desperately to avoid an international embarrassment at a time when war seemed imminent. That the king was rumored to have Nazi sympathies only strengthened their determination that he should be forced off the throne by any means necessary. Alexander Larmen's The Crown and Crisis will treat readers to a new thrilling view of this legendary story, informed by revelatory archival material never before seen, as well as interviews with many of Edward's and Wallace's close friends. Larmen creates a hour-by-hour, day-by-day suspenseful narrative that brings readers up to the point where the microphone is turned on and the king speaks to his subjects. Excuse me. Yeah, and so that would be the first one I'm going to read. The next one that is due in January is an author I never heard of. Some of you on BookTube and other people that are watching have probably heard of this author, and that's Gregg Hurwitz. And I picked a lot of thrillers this time around. This is called Prodigal Son. It's an orphan X novel. It's going to be published by St. Martin's Press, and it comes out the 26th of January. And this is, let me see, the print list price is $27.99 for this book. Let me get a drink here before I continue. Excuse me. Forced into retirement, Evan Smoke gives an urgent request for help, someone he didn't even suspect existed. In Prodigal Son, the next New York Times best-selling orphan X book from Gregg Hurwitz. As a boy, Even Smoke was pulled out of the foster home and trained in an off-the-books operation known as the Orphan Program. He was a government assassin, perhaps the best, known to a few insiders as Orphan X. He eventually broke with the program and adopted a new name, the Nowhere Man, and a new mission helping the most desperate in new times of troubles. But the highest power in the country has made a tempting offer. In exchange for an unofficial pardon, he must stop his clandestine activities as the nowhere man. Now, Evan has to do the one thing he's least equipped to do, live a normal life. But when he gets a call from help from one person he never expected, a woman claiming to have given up for adoption, a woman he never knew, his mother. Her likely request helped Andrew Duran, a man whose life has gone off the rails, who was in the wrong place at the wrong time, bringing him to the deadly attention of very powerful figures. Now a brutal brother and sister assassination team are after him, with no one to turn to and no safe place to hide. So this sounds very good. It's called The Prodigal Son, Orphan Exit, novel by Evan, Gregg Hurwitz. I almost said the character name there. Let's see if I can get the next two in here. Excuse me just a moment. The next two are not due until the February. That's when I have to, when I say due, that means I have to have them read and have a review written up and send it to uh, my NetGalley account and to Amazon and to Barnes and Noble. Those three places. This is called A Stranger in Town, a Rockton novel, Case Duncan Novels, Book 6, which I never read. This is by Kelly Armstrong, and this will be available. Sorry, excuse me. This is, I'm looking down on my notes here. This comes out the 2nd of February and is by St. Martin's Press. So this is called A Stranger in Town. The cover looks like, if you can see that without too much glare. Yeah, this one is be listed for $27.99. And let me see, read you a little bit about this. The case, Detective Casey Duncan has noticed fewer and fewer residents coming to the new town of Rockton, and no extensions being granted. Her boyfriend, Sheriff Eric Dalton, presumes it's the natural flux of things, but Casey's not so sure. It seems like something bigger is happening in a small town they call home. When an injured hiker stumbles from the woods, someone who seems to have come to the Yukon, Alaska, for a wilderness vacation, but instead is now fighting for her life. It's all hands on deck. What or who attacked this woman and why? With the woman unconscious and no leads, Casey and Eric don't know where the threat is coming from. Plus, the residents of their deeply secretive town are uneasy with this stranger in their midst. Everyone in Rockton wants this mystery solved and fast. So that's A Stranger in Town, a Rockton novel, Casey Duncan Novels, Book 6 by Kelly Armstrong, and it's published by St. Martin's Press. I get a lot of NetGalley when I do on my NetGalley account. St. Martin's Press is one of the ones that automatically will say, okay, we'll take you on, because I got a couple of them that the publishers said no to me requesting a book. Let's see if I come up with the next one. And the next book in my NetGalley account, this is also comes out in February. And that in February the 2nd. And this is comes out by Eteria Books. And this is called the Paris Library. And it's by Janet Skeslien Charles. And the list price is $28, I believe. That's what it says. Yes, $28. All these are $28. And Kindle price is $14.99 if you want to go that route. And this is called the Paris Library. I don't know anything about the author or the book. She might have written other things, I'm not sure. But let me read you a synopsis of this one. Paris, 1939, young and ambitious, Odile Suzette has it all. Her handsome police officer beau and a dream job at the American Library in Paris. When the Nazis march into Paris, Odile stands to lose everything she holds dear, including a beloved library. Together with fellow librarians, Odile joins the resistance with the best weapon she has, books. But when the war finally ends, instead of freedom, Odile tastes the bitter sting of unspeakable betrayal. Montana, 1983. Lily is a lonely teenager looking for adventure in small town Montana. Interest is piqued by a solitary elderly neighbor. As Lily uncovers more about her neighbor's mysterious past, she finds that they have shared a love of language, the same longings, and the same intense jealousy. Never suspected that a dark secret from the past connects them. A powerful novel that explores the consequences of our choices and relationships that makes us who we are, family, friends, and favorite authors. The Paris Library shows extraordinary heroism can be found in the quietest places. So that's the Paris Library, a novel. And it's interesting how it switches from World War II to Montana, of all places. Well, yeah, that's it. That's the 4 books that I'm going to be reading. I don't know if I will finish all 4 of them in December. I know I have to finish 2 of them in December. And so that's it. Okay, thank you very much for watching BookTube. Like, comment, subscribe if you wish. Thank you for your comments and encouragement. And almost a year it's almost been a year since I started this channel. Well, thank you very much. Take care.